Hey everyone, Kane here, and in this one we're gonna talk about Dark Dimension and how you would be able to score 4 seconds or a little bit faster. So unfortunately I have swapped a lot of gears, a lot of prisms, so I'm not gonna be able to show you a replay in terms of the fight. My previous file got corrupted, so I more or less will just explain you what you should be doing, what you should be casting, and what you should be having on your field. So first things first, I have one side with Tisafin and of course Avril. You can add more DPS in here. This is just what I found to score 4 seconds since I wasn't able to do 3. Then I have 5 heroes here and I have Saizo. Though Though do keep in mind that my Raxius is level 65. So if my Raxius was level 70, likely I would move one of these two rogues like Bazrik or Saizo towards another side. Though another thing is that my Valerie is able to reach approximately like this much on the field. So it doesn't really matter where I place her, just complete RNG. So Tisafin with I suppose Devastating Strike, but now you have the specific Tisafin Prism or exclusive one which you should use. Avril with Wave Power, Valerie with I suppose Arcanist Fury. Florus is just to carry a Sage set, because for some reason a weapon didn't or a staff didn't really work on Raxius, so I had to insert another hero. Then we have Bazrik, we have Avalon, and then we have Saizo. So we're gonna go on to the heroes and explain them a little bit further. So Avril, you require, I don't think the equipment really matters that much, but if you want to test stuff around, you have a staff which grants like 20% damage from abilities, but you lose +1 level from abilities. You can try to put on different stuff for like melee 25% damage. I'm not sure if that stuff works, but you can mess around, you can test around a variety of things. I think this kind of stuff for me works, and I would carry high damage regardless. I have Wave Power tier 10 on her. In terms of abilities, you want to have a high level Ice Nova, you want to have a high level Blizzard, and you want to have a high level Rapid Cast and as high level Gifted Mage. Do keep in mind, Rapid Cast is probably one of the more important abilities, and you kind of require a level 5 or level 6. Level 6 kind of improves the, I suppose, 0.5 second that your abilities are off cooldown, so kind of helps out if you are quick enough. Then the next ability goes to Ice Nova, and then I suppose Blizzard and the rest in Gifted Mage. Then of course Valerie. Pretty much have Valerie with range equipment in terms of Flawless Eye of Miracles, increases attack range. I have Rage 4 in terms of Hero Mastery, also increasing her range, so she's able to cover quite a decent amount of the field. Of course, Avalon with some buffing stuffs or whatever. I don't think I had a lot. He was just there for the attack speed. Though do keep in mind, again, Warhorn 40% damage also can help you out if you do have it. Then moving forward, we have Raxius. So before that, I tried to use this staff on Raxius or Mace or whatever you want to call it. For some reason, it didn't really work on Raxius. I'm not sure why, but I wasn't able to get his, I suppose, ability off. Maybe I had like too much cooldown reduction. Something was really wrong, and like I said, I really had to put in Florus with a Sage set for him to be able to cast this ability first before. So yeah, that's what kind of happened. So in terms of equipment, you can always change the stuff. This is my PvP set. In terms of Prism, you would have to have Wave Power, which I have on, I think, Rufio, which I swapped it, but this one is not Wave Power. You keep in mind, he's also level 65. So in terms of the event in general, you would want to raise the Abyssal Light, which does damage. So basically, this one appears, you do damage or more damage or per second. So in a decent area, you would be doing or killing stuff almost instantly. Though do keep in mind, he also requires at least potential 35 for this trick to work and 3 seconds. Or if you have rogues, likely you may not require this at 35 to get 3 seconds, because level 70 rogues kind of make it a little bit easier in terms of Jax or Mako on your field. So what this does is, upon being summoned or expiring, the lanterns explode and do damage. Now, if you have Arcane 8, you basically proc the burn, and the burn does a lot of damage. So if you do have the wave power, right? One moment. What wave power does is, upon casting an ability, increases attack percent for 15 seconds. It can stack. And as we all know, and I believe plenty of people explain, that this burn, which is like equal to 9% max health, this kind of scales with the amount of attack you have. The higher attack value you have, the more damage this burn does. And the less attack value you have, the less you do. And in the end, it can be even 0%, which wouldn't even do any damage. So again, do keep in mind, attack value kind of works on those percent damages. So then moving forward, before I show you Floras, I have to show you Yip, because I had to move this entire set towards my Floras. So again, guys, I would have had to reduce so much gears, so much prisms, and I think I even forgot a couple of prisms before, and I went into PvP and it was friggin' horrible. So this is just gonna be information to help you out. So that is why I used that set on Floras. Of course, Floras also helps out with, I do believe, Spring Symphony. Yeah, some chance to trigger, and like Bajrik or whatever just yeets himself from target to target quite a lot of times. Or Valerie starts fireballing like rather crazy. Then of course we have Bajrik. So Bajrik, you can do DPS set. If you have Drake set, you can put that on. You want to have Flurry, Night Prowler, and pretty much Vampire Bats. You're not gonna require Bat Blitz, so do keep that in mind. Also, the Prism is pretty much important for him, but I don't have it yet. So let me just show you what it is. It's gonna appear quick. So the Prism you want to have on Bajrik is the Whirling Blade. What it does is, after 3 basic melee attacks, the next attack deals physical damage equivalent to 8% of the wearer's attack to surrounding enemy units. Do keep in mind that Bajrik's basic attack is a 3-hit combo, and he can do that 3-hit combo at the same amount of time as basic heroes do a basic attack. So basically, this is like every attack that Bajrik does, it procs, and it does quite a lot of damage to the event mobs. So you do have to equip specific prisms to every single hero you're gonna use in the event, and this one goes on Bajrik. Then of course, for Saizo, you want Devastating Strike. He's gonna be 1-hitting or 2-hitting the mobs in a very quick succession, since I do have level 35 potential as well. And of course, my abilities are set up so he does get a lot of attack speed. Then of course, we move towards Tisafin. Honestly, Tisafin also does a pretty decent amount. Whenever I was using her for this event, I had Devastating Strike. Then update came, and then we got this pretty friggin' overpowered ability. I'm not sure if it's overpowered in terms of the event, since the event is done in just like 2 or 3 seconds or so. But in terms of PvP, this one is incredibly powerful. So you can test around. I don't think that this array or whatever this is called procs, because it requires at least like 5 seconds or whatever. But you kind of want to have a true Ruby buff on her with like Devastating Strike or something like that to increase her attack value by a lot. And as you can see, my attack value is already pretty high. And if you are using 8 heroes and your heroes are the DPS, what you want to do all the time is you go onto the shards, and you swap your other prisms on the heroes that you're not gonna use towards hero attack. And that way, majority of my heroes, my mages, had like friggin' 40 million attack or more. I think Valerie 35, Avril like over 30, and stuff like that. So it was an insane amount of attack, and pretty much that kind of makes the event on easy mode. After that, we have to set up hero mastery. So I had Arcane for Avril for her abilities to go off cooldown a lot quicker. Then I had the Arcane 8 Raxius. So again, Raxius can spawn the lanterns very quickly, and he can do a decent amount of damage. And all of them will prog the Arcane 8 instantly on a huge area on the field. So you can cover a pretty huge area, and if you have a lot of attack value, you have wave power, you're gonna clear the mobs in just like seconds or milliseconds. So do keep that in mind. In terms of other stuff, that is what I used, and I didn't really change anything. In terms of rage, I had a rage 2 Sizo, a rage 4 Valerie, rage 6 Bazrik, rage 8 you can probably swap Bazrik or Sizo. Pretty much this one made Bazrik like one-shot stuff a lot quicker, so not sure I want to swap it to this. Sizo gets attack speed and some damage, so perhaps, but you can also test around what works for you, but that is what I kind of used, so this one wasn't really that much used. And I suppose that is pretty much it for the information. I don't think you require, like, I suppose any silly tricks or whatever. This is just basically an amount of time which you would require to set up so many things, so many prisms. And after that, of course, you have to redo sometimes equipment. You have to place your heroes or test around. You have to have flawless internet connection. You cannot have any lag. So we go like this, right? Go like this. And then we had to do it like that before I accidentally clicked off. Nothing was moving and the ability was ready. And basically that is how you start the event. You click Raxius, then you click Avril, click Raxius, then Avril, and then pretty much almost the entire event is done. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Do let me know in the comments down below whether or not this will help you out. And if it will, and if it did, do hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. Unfortunately, guys, again, the video sometimes, breaks, and I cannot really do anything in terms of that. So apologies, but hopefully the information will still help you out. Take care and stay safe out there.